Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Former President Joe Biden diagnosed with prostate cancer. Cancer has spread to bone. Trump faces criticism for plan that could politicize government statistics. Senators slam Trump over luxury jet gift from Gulf trip. Governor Hochul joined JCRC-NY Israel Day parade to support hostages and Israel. California bombing at fertility clinic was planned attack, FBI says. At least 27 dead after severe storms and tornadoes hit U.S. Midwest. Casey's husband speaks out after her testimony against Diddy. Russia launches biggest drone attack since 2022 war began. Zelensky met US and European leaders before Trump's Ukraine peace call with Putin. Pakistan's foreign minister visits China after ceasefire with India. Alcaraz beat Sinner to win Italian Open and prepare for Roland Garros. And Bangladesh Under-19 lost a sub-final in penalty shootout against India. You were listening to Headlines Now News in detail. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, his personal office confirmed. Doctors discovered prostate nodule last week after Biden experienced increased urinary symptoms. Tests showed an aggressive form of cancer with a Gleason score of 9, and it had already spread to the bone. Despite the seriousness, his doctor said the cancer is hormone sensitive, which means it can still be treated effectively. Biden and his family are now reviewing treatment options with his medical team. His office has not yet shared which treatment plan he will choose, but more updates are expected soon. The diagnosis came during a routine checkup, and Biden's team acted quickly to begin medical evaluations. Although this is a serious health issue, his doctors remain hopeful about managing the cancer with the right therapy. Biden's supporters and political leaders are sending messages of support as he prepares for treatment. President Trump may pressure government statisticians if economic reports do not support his policies. His administration proposed a rule to reclassify about 50,000 civil servant jobs, allowing easier removal of stuff seen as blocking presidential directives. Experts fear this could include workers at the Bureau of Labor Statistics and Bureau of Economic Analysis, which release key economic data. In early 2025, U.S. GDP showed a decline, partly due to Trump's trade tariffs. He blamed the economic problems on former President Biden. Meanwhile, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick suggested changing how GDP is calculated, possibly to make the numbers look better. Former BLS head Erika Grosjean warned that firing officials over negative reports could harm U.S. credibility, like what happened in Greece and Argentina when they distorted statistics. She asked data users to oppose the rule before May 23, 2025. Experts said accurate data helps the Federal Reserve make decisions. Without it, Trump could challenge the Fed or spread false narratives that hurt public trust and democracy. President Trump faced strong criticism after accepting a $400 million Boeing jet from Qatar during his recent Middle East visit. Senator Chris Murphy called it the definition of corruption and accused Trump of accepting money and gifts in return for national security concessions. Murphy said Trump visited the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar because they were willing to pay him off. Murphy claimed Qatar's plane gift, UAE's crypto investment, and other offers were not for the US but directly for Trump. He warned that Trump would use the jet until his presidential library is built, while Americans struggle with health care and rising costs. Republican Senator Rand Paul said the gift gave the appearance of a conflict of interest. Former Vice President Mike Pence also criticized the deal, saying it risked U.S. security since Qatar had been linked to terrorism financing. Trump defended the move, saying rejecting the plane would be stupid and insisted the gift was for the U.S., not him. But growing bipartisan pressure may force Trump to rethink the offer in the coming days. Governor Kathy Hochul marched in the JCRC NY Israel Day on Fifth Parade. She praised the work of the JCRC and UJA and encouraged supporters to make their voices heard loudly. Hochul quoted John Kennedy, saying Israel was the child of hope in 1960 and highlighted Israel's strength through challenges. She recalled visiting Israel last year to meet the family of Keith, one of the hostages taken. Hochul stressed that after 589 days, 60 hostages still remain captive, some alive, some lost. She promised New York and the nation would keep working hard to bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home, bring them home, she repeated with strong determination. Governor Hochul reaffirmed her ongoing support for Israel and the hostages, assuring everyone that New York stands firmly with Israel now and in the future. The parade and her speech showed a strong message of hope, resilience, and commitment to justice. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. U.S. authorities identified a 25-year-old man as the suspect in the bombing near a fertility clinic in Palm Springs, California, that killed one person and injured 4 others. The FBI called the blast an intentional act of terrorism. The suspect, who died in the explosion, lived in 29 Palms, about 35 miles from Palm Springs. FBI Assistant Director Akil Davis said the attack was targeted against the clinic, which offers IVF treatment. Thankfully, all embryos at the clinic were safe despite some damage to the office space. Police searched the suspect's home and evacuated nearby residents as a precaution. The suspect reportedly posted a manifesto online and tried to record the blast, but the video did not upload successfully. Authorities said there is no ongoing threat to the public in the area. Local officials praised the community's strength and resilience after the attack. Investigations continue to prevent future threats and bring safety to the region. Severe storms and tornadoes hit the U.S. Midwest, killing at least 27 people in Missouri and Kentucky. Kentucky had 18 deaths, mostly in Laurel County, where a strong tornado caused heavy damage. One of the dead was a fire department major who was injured while helping during the storm. Rescue teams searched all night for survivors in the damaged areas. In Missouri, 7 people died, including 5 in St. Louis. Thousands of homes were damaged there. The city declared an emergency and set a curfew in the worst-hit neighborhoods. Hospitals treated many injured people, with some in serious condition. The storms also caused power outages in the Great Lakes area and brought a heat wave to Texas. Officials are helping those affected and watching the situation closely. Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear said he was worried about staff cuts at the National Weather Service, but added that alerts worked well during this disaster. Rescue work and damage checks are still ongoing, and more updates will come soon. Alex Fine, husband of singer Cassandra Cassie Ventura Fine, has spoken out after his wife testified in court against her ex-boyfriend Sean Diddy Combs. On May 16, 2025, outside a federal courtroom in Manhattan, Fine said Cassie saved Cassie, adding that she alone fought her battles. He called Combs a demon and expressed deep love and pride for his wife. Cassie had testified in court accusing Combs of years of abuse, including rape. Her emotional words shocked many. Fine said he felt profound anger seeing her face the man who tried to break her, but he said Combs failed to break her spirit. In 2019, Fine ran 50 miles to raise money for abuse survivors, thanking a shelter that once helped his own mother. He met Cassie at the gym after she split from Combs in 2018. They married later that year and now have 2 daughters. They are also expecting a son. Fine said their family is focused on healing and thanked people for their love and support. Now it's time for global updates. Russia launched its biggest drone attack on Ukraine since the full-scale war began in 2022, according to Ukrainian officials. By 8 a.m. local time, Russia had fired 273 drones, mainly targeting the Kiev, Dnipropetrovsk and Donetsk regions. Ukraine's Air Force confirmed it was the largest drone assault of the war so far. The attack killed a 28-year-old woman in the Kiev region and injured at least 3 others, including a 4-year-old child. Before this, the previous record was 267 drones launched just before the 3rd anniversary of the war on February 23. This latest attack came shortly after peace talks between Russia and Ukraine were held in Istanbul. It was their first direct meeting in 3 years, but the talks did not lead to a ceasefire. However, both sides agreed to exchange 1,000 prisoners of war. President Donald Trump said he would speak with both Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky to discuss the situation further. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. President Vladimir Zelensky met Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the U.S. ambassador's residence in Rome. He pressed for a full unconditional ceasefire and tougher sanctions on Russia. Zelensky then spoke with Pope Leo XIV, thanking the Vatican for offering to host talks. He also met leaders from Germany, Italy, the EU, Canada, and Britain. German Chancellor Friedrich H. Merz said European and American leaders should coordinate ahead of President Donald Trump's scheduled calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Zelensky. Rubio told CBS that only an in-person meeting between Trump and Putin could cement progress. Zelensky urged continued military aid and declared Ukraine would defend its borders. While diplomacy gathered pace, Ukraine endured the world's largest drone barrage. Russia fired 273 Shahid drones and decoys at Kiev, Dnipropetrovsk and Donetsk. Ukrainian defense downed 88, warfare disabled 128. One woman died and 3 people, including a child, were hurt. Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar began a 3-day official visit to China just over a week after Pakistan and India agreed to a ceasefire to end one of their most serious conflicts in recent decades. According to his office, Dar arrived in Beijing to hold deep discussions with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Their talks focused on the changing regional situation in South Asia and its effect on peace and stability. The two sides also planned to review all areas of Pakistan-China relations. This include trade, political cooperation and strategic ties. Both ministers were expected to share their views on global and regional developments that concern both nations. This visit came at a critical moment as Islamabad and New Delhi paused hostilities after rising tensions and military actions. Pakistan's move to engage with China shows its desire to seek strong support and cooperation in the region. More outcomes from Dar's meetings in Beijing may follow as discussions continue through the visit. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Carlos Alcaraz won the Italian Open by defeating Jannik Sinner 7-6, 6-1 in the final. This victory gave Alcaraz his 3rd title this season and sent a strong message ahead of the French Open next weekend. Alcaraz will rise to world number 2 just behind Sinner. Alcaraz dominated the match, breaking Sinner's 26-match winning streak. He said beating Sinner and winning in Rome gave him great confidence for Roland Garros, where he will defend his title. Alcaraz also plans to rest briefly before focusing fully on the upcoming Grand Slam. Sinner, who recently returned from a 3-month ban, reached his first final since the ban. He lost 2 set points in the first set tiebreak, which changed the match's momentum. Alcaraz then won the first 5 games of the second set. This final sets up an exciting potential clash between the two stars at Roland Garros. Bangladesh under-19 team lost to India 4-3 in a penalty shootout after a 1-1 draw in the SAF Under-19 Championship final at Golden Jubilee Stadium in Arunachal Pradesh. India scored early with a goal in the second minute due to a mistake by Bangladesh goalkeeper Ismail Hossain Mahin, who failed to clear a free kick from India captain Singamayam Shami. The home crowd cheered loudly as India started strong, but Bangladesh soon took control with skilled and organized play. Bangladesh equalized 16 minutes after half-time when substitute Joy Ahmed scored from a scramble in front of the goal. In the penalty shootout, Bangladesh captain Najmul Huda Faisal missed his shot by shooting over the bar, and Salahuddin Shahid's penalty was saved by the Indian keeper. Despite Mahin's earlier key save during shootouts, Bangladesh could not overcome India's pressure. The loss was painful, but Bangladesh showed a strong fighting spirit in the final. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,934.06. The NYSE Composite is increased by 149.37 points or 0.76%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,753.72. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 1.79 points or 0.00%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,367.46. The Shanghai index is decreased by 13.36 points or 0.40%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,345.05. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 108.11 points or 0.46%. Bombay stock close price is 82,330.59. The Sensex index is decreased by 200.15 points or 0.24%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Former President Joe Biden diagnosed with prostate cancer. Cancer has spread to bone. Trump faces criticism for plan that could politicize government statistics. Senators slammed Trump over luxury jet gift from Gulf trip. Governor Hochul joined JCRC NY Israel Day parade to support hostages and Israel. California bombing at fertility clinic was planned attack, FBI says. At least 27 dead after severe storms and tornadoes hit U.S. Midwest. Casey's husband speaks out after her testimony against Diddy. Russia launches biggest drone attack since 2022 war began. Zelensky met US and European leaders before Trump's Ukraine peace call with Putin. Pakistan's foreign minister visits China after ceasefire with India. Alcaraz beat Sinner to win Italian Open and prepare for Roland Garros. And Bangladesh under-19 lost the sub-final in penalty shootout against India. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.